Okay, everybody, I just took the cake out and it turned out pretty good for the first time in this oven. I did adjust my temperature a little bit because 300 just wasn't, I don't think it was just getting hot enough, so I bumped it up to 325. So here is our cake, all in one piece. All right, so now we're gonna make the frosting. Let's see, I guess I'll use this. And I've got a stick of butter in here. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit now that, and I know this burner's probably too big for this pan, but I wanted y'all to be able to see the cake, so we're doing it this way. So we've got our stick of butter. I'm using real butter, and I've got 1 cup, and I've got packed brown sugar in here, light brown sugar. And then this is 1/3 of a cup of evaporated milk. And then a teaspoon of vanilla we're gonna need. And then a couple of cups of powdered sugar. So this is my sister's recipe. And so I'm gonna use this. And she said just to melt the butter and the brown sugar. And I printed this off of my Life with Annie page, so I'm trying to, it's very small. Melt butter in saucepan, add brown sugar, and stir over heat until smooth texture. Bring to a boil, remove from heat, and add vanilla and milk. No, remove from heat and add milk. Boy, that's tiny writing. Anyway, we're gonna do it. So I've got my brown sugar in here with my butter. We're gonna let that melt. We're gonna let the sugar dissolve. And we're gonna kind of bring it to a little bit of a boil here. But we don't want to scorch our sugar and butter. So I cooked the cake for 1 hour and 40 minutes. And when my timer went off and I came to check it, the top just didn't look like it was where it usually needs to be. So I bumped the temperature up to 325. So it cooked probably a good hour longer than that, and it's not supposed to. I've just got to figure out, you know, my oven temperature. And I could have baked it in the bottom oven and done the like the convection or the other options I have on there, but I didn't want to mess it up. I didn't want to take that chance. So anyway, we've got our sugar and butter going here. Okay. Turn it up just a little bit. So we wait. So what are y'all doing today? I have spent my entire day pretty much making this cake. I think the wind is finally starting to die down. It's still stirring a little bit, but they said I think today it was going to start dying down finally. There's been some dangerous wind. Okay, it's starting to bubble up a little bit. Move my stuff over out of the way here. it's starting to bubble up. So I'm gonna take it off. And then she said to add, this is a silicone mat, so it's okay to, she said to add the milk. You hear that kind of sizzle? And a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm just gonna guess at my vanilla. Looks like a teaspoon to me. Okay. And then she said to put it back on the burner. Bring it back up to a little bit of a boil. See that? Can y'all see? What it's looking like. All right. And then we're gonna need 2 cups of powdered sugar, and then we're gonna kind of blend that in. She said bring it to a boil and let it boil to for about a minute, I think she said. It's a boiling, a gentle boil. But you know, like I say, I usually make this, I just throw in some butter, some milk, some brown sugar, and then finish it off with the powdered sugar and a little vanilla without measuring it. But I'm doing it this way so y'all can have some kind of measurement to go by if you wanted to make this. And sometimes I like to have it like more of a runny glaze. I've done that before. It's really starting to boil now, so I'm gonna just give it a few more seconds, and then we'll take it off and add our powdered sugar. So I like it kind of, you know, it doesn't have to be completely like a frosting. It's just good no matter how it's on there. So if yours doesn't turn out perfect or the way you want it to, it still tastes so good. It's absolutely delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this, bring this over here, and we're gonna add in 2 cups of powdered sugar. Well, I'm gonna need my measuring cup back. Okay, so let me put 1. I've got my hand mixer over here because we're gonna mix this together. Set that there. Set that there. Move that off to the side. All right, are y'all ready? I'll have to do this over here because it is hot, and I'll show you in a little bit what it's looking like. Mix that together. Try to get some of the lumps out. And I'll go ahead and pour out the next cup. You can sift your powdered sugar if you want to, but we're just gonna do it this way. Y'all kind of see that a little bit maybe? It's already starting to change its consistency a little bit. So there you have your pourable frosting, which is how I like mine. All right. Okay, I'm gonna set the cake over here because that is a hot burner and I do not want to get burned or break my plate and my cake that I worked so hard. All right, so I'm just gonna, let me see if I can bring it over there closer to y'all. Let's try this. I like to just drizzle my frosting. It will set up. See that? Look at that. Is that not yummy? I like to kind of drizzle mine because I like to fill up that little hole in the middle if I have extra. You want your cake to be kind of cool, which mine has been out of the oven for a while. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. And I just like to let mine kind of flow down. See how it's starting to set up? Go down in there. I like it to go down in the center. So when you slice it, you have that little pile of frosting down in the middle there. Oh goodness, that's a heavy pan. All right, I'm just gonna let it kind of drape over the sides. It's my favorite cake. Now, if you want to get a knife, you can kind of do the edges. I don't know that I'm going to do that. Because it's really starting to set up, but you could spread it around and cover your entire cake. I kind of like the little dripping. And we've got a little more frosting here. So I think if you really aren't sure if you can do like a caramel frosting, I think this is a really easy recipe. Because if I can do it, anybody can do it. Because I don't have my sister has so much, she's so patient with everything and she likes everything done perfectly. Well, I don't have that kind of patience. I wish I did, but I don't. A little bit more in here. Let's see if we can't make it a little pretty. I've got one little bit I'm going to drop down in that middle. Okay. That is my caramel cake. It is my favorite cake in the world. Well, I do love a tres leches cake, but I love my caramel cake with a $1 million pound cake. So that is it, and I am going to clean this pan myself because I've worked hard on this cake, and I think I deserve a little treat. So, if you want to go back and watch how I did the cake, the recipe for the cake, there's a video on that. And then here is the actual caramel cake. All right, y'all, thanks so much for watching. And we'll see you again real soon.